What is going on, guys? This is Tommy Plays. Today I am bringing another video, and in this video I am doing what you typically don't see YouTubers do, and that is I'm going to be telling you how much money YouTubers make and giving you a general idea based on how much money I make. So again, you really don't see a lot of YouTubers do this because some of them just they don't want you to know how much money they make, and that's perfectly understandable. I'm only showing you because of how small I am. If I ever get bigger, I mean, I'm not going to be making the same amount that I am now. So I'm going to do this now while I really just don't care. But there are a lot of factors that contribute to how much money a YouTuber makes that no one can really ever give you just a concrete answer like, oh, this person gets $10 per view. I'm sorry, not per view, per 1,000 views. This person gets $12 per 1,000 views. It just, everyone is different, and there's a lot of factors that play into this. So first off, I'm going to show you right here. YouTube actually has a tab. How much will my videos earn? Now this just gives you the basic idea. I'm going to go more in depth when I read this. So your earnings will depend on a number of things, like the type of ads appearing on your video and the pricing of those ads. So let's split this up. So basically, this is saying a 5-second ad is not going to get you as much money as a 15-second ad, and a 15-second ad is not going to give you as much money as a 30-second ad, and a 30-second ad is not going to get you as much money as a non-skippable 30-second ad, and a non-skippable 30-second ad is not going to get you as much money as an ad over 30 seconds. That is basically what that means. This also means that the company that's paying for the ad, that can also affect how much money you're getting. So let's take this for an example. A Call of Duty ad is going to get you more money than an ad for, say, WordPress.com, because Call of Duty is an extremely popular video game, while WordPress.com is just a website where you can create your own website. Another factor that can contribute to this is what you actually post. This is one that a lot of people overlook, but what you actually post can actually affect the amount of money you make. For instance, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just giving an example. But let's say a vlogger makes more money than vlogging channels make more money than gaming channels. Just take that as an example. I don't know if that's true. I'm just giving you an example of what it could be. And basically, all of those things add up together and create what is known as MCM, or I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If it's not, I'll put a thing on the video, but I believe it's called MCM. And basically what that is the money you make per 1,000 views. So meaning if your MCM is $5, every 1,000 views you're going to get $5. And sorry, it's CPM. Dang it. I thought that didn't sound right. But anyways, I'm going to show you my CPM and what it actually means, because CPM can also be broken down into different categories. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to my analytics, and I'm going to go to ad rates. So my current CPM is about $8.15. This means for about every 1,000 views, I make $8.15. Now, like I said before, this can be split up into even more categories. As you can see here, I have different countries here. For the United States, I have a CPM of $9.25. For the United Kingdom, I got $7. And in a perfect world, I would be getting all my views from Slovakia and making $123 per 1,000 views, but yeah, again, that's just a perfect world. It'll never happen. But anyways, that's basically what that means. So for every 1,000 views, I make about $8.15. So let's go back here. Monetization, right here. So another factor may be the agreement you signed with your MCN. So MCN stands for multi-channel network. you will know if you are signed with the MCN. If you don't, then that's kind of bad, because you did in order to get into an MCN, you have to sign a contract. And basically, what an MCN does is you sign with it. They will take part of the money that you earn, take it for themselves, and like you basically share the amount of money you make. Which sounds bad, but it's actually better, because YouTube does the same thing, except they take upwards of around 50%, I believe, somewhere around there. So if you don't know if you signed with the MCN, which again, like I said, you probably should. I don't think that's right. Hold on. Dashboard. Let me find this here. Here we go. I'm signed with Scale Lab Gaming. That is the MCN I'm signed with, and I will talk a little bit more about them here in a second too. But again, an MCN takes part of the money, and then you get the other part of the money. Right now, I get about 70% of my revenue, and Scale Lab gets about 30%, which is really good compared to YouTube's about 50-50. Another thing that can affect the amount of YouTube money a person makes is how many ads they actually place in a video. Now, this won't affect their CPM at all. The CPM is always going to be the same, but a YouTuber could always, if they so desire to, as long as the video is more than 15 minutes, they can add ads into their video. So as you can see, if I wanted to, I could go, let's say I want to add at 8 minutes. I go there, I can click insert ad, and once a viewer gets to 8 minutes here, an ad will play. But personally, because I'm a smaller channel and I'm really not into this for the money or anything, I don't do that. Just because, again, I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm not trying to make money. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. So now let's go over to my network, and let's talk about that a little bit. This is also a big factor in the amount of money that a YouTuber can make. Alright, so here we are in my network, Scale Lab. So as you can see, in the previous 30 days, I have made it $19.69. And if we go down here, you can see right here the proof that my revenue share is 70%. So that means Scale Labs is 30%. And I can read that here under their terms of service. Right here, all revenue generated here under with respect to the properties and or content shall be allocated and paid 30% to the company and 70% to the content provider respectively. So again, I get 70% of the revenue I make, Scale Lab gets 30%, which is much better than YouTube's. So then with that out of the way, you can make a pretty good estimate of how much money you make based on that. So for the last 28 days, I've made $20.54. So if we take that number and multiply that by 0.3, we get about $6.16. That means Scale Lab is getting $6.16. Now if we subtract that by $20.54, that means I get that's $14.38. So that's the amount of money I'm making. So again, just to sum up this video, no one can give you a concrete answer on how much YouTubers make, because it's all different. My CPM is $8.15, while PewDiePie's is probably upwards about 15. No one can really give you a concrete answer, and that's just how much money YouTubers make. It's based on the amount of views they get, what their CPM is, the deal they have with their MCN, and all of those factors just add together into how much money a YouTuber makes. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helped shed some light on how much YouTubers make, because I might not be the biggest channel, but it's gotten to the point where I know exactly what how this works, and how much money I make, how much money YouTubers make. And just a side note, don't take what Social Blade has for for fact, because it's in the range, but it's pretty off. That's pretty off. There's no Like, if you go to PewDiePie's channel, there's no way he's making $7 million a year. This is probably more likely right here. Again, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helped you understand more how much YouTubers make and all of that, because it can get really confusing. It doesn't seem like a lot of people understand it, especially those who don't upload on a regular basis. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe. It means a whole lot to me. And as always, have a nice day.